If somebody wants to be out of your life, let them. If they want to be distant and occasional, let them. And if they would rather be somewhere else with someone else doing something else, I think you know the answer to this. Let them go. Because honestly, if you have to beg people to stay in your life, you are disrespecting yourself and disrespecting your worth. It doesn't matter who it is. They could be family, a friend, a spouse, a business partner. If they are distancing themselves, please distance yourself. But it's not always easy, is it? And that's why this video is here for you. In this video, I'll share with you the real reason why you are begging people not to leave you, and how you can heal this affliction, and how you can free yourself of dangerous attachment and bondage to people that are not good for you. But before we start, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, here on this channel, I talk about how you can find your passion and go after it at any age, how you can find balance even at the most difficult times in your life, and how you can be happy with the things and the people you already have surrounding you. So if you are interested, make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, let's free ourselves. So before I jump to the solutions, I'm just going to, just talk about why people find it hard to let go of other people who are, not good for them, who are causing them pain one way or another, or who are threatening to leave them if they're not acting the way they want them to. And this is because there's already a trauma, childhood trauma, or somewhere in between that they have experienced some sort of neglect, whether it's physical or emotional, and that goes with them into adulthood, and then they don't know how to act. And this is why most of us are unable to see that what we're doing is wrong when we are clinging to someone that's not good for us, when we still want to be in that relationship that's just completely destroying our lives, or we are allowing the other person to continuously abuse us, gaslight us and tell us that we're crazy, and continue doing all these things, all these wrong things, and we still feel like we have to be in contact with that person. We still feel like we owe this person our presence, or we feel like, sometimes we feel like it's the end of the world if that person is not in our life. Have that person in our life. And things that happened years ago when we were much younger, like this childhood abandonment trauma, are now being reflected in our adult relationships, and we are messing up our relationships just because we haven't been able to deal with our own issues, which are, our own fears and insecurities about somebody leaving us or being abandoned. So this is what we need to, address. We need to be aware of the fact that what we're doing is not something, that's not out of nowhere. This has been, years in the making when we had, this bad or negative experience when we were younger. So with this in mind, let's get to tip number one. And tip number one is that we have to acknowledge that this is a sickness. It is diagnosable. They're telling us that the reason why we are unable to let go of people, to let go of our past, to let go of things that are no more serving us, things that continuously hurt us, is because we've had some sort of negative experience and we are unable to grow out of it because we haven't been able to realize that this was something that we could improve upon. It's not something that we could do something about. It's just the way I am, and it's the way I feel. It's my feelings, my emotions. But we never really knew that this was something that we could work on and improve upon, and finally become this person that is able to have healthy relationships with others without being so needy, clingy, and having all this kind of ego and emotional attachments to people that just destroys our self-esteem, our self-worth, and everything that we consider to be important to us. So being aware that this is something that we can do something about, being aware of the fact that this is not normal. It's not normal to allow another person to degrade you or to threaten you in any way, or that it's not normal to continue or to be in contact with the other person if they're continuously, creating problems in your life. They're creating this emotional turmoil within you that is, sometimes mistaken for love or friendship or whatever it may be, but it's still negative and it's creating problems in your life. So if this resonates with you and you feel like it, that's me, and you feel like you're unable to easily let go of things or people, your past or whatever is bothering you, it's important to start asking yourself, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel the need, to bend over backwards for someone to stay in my life? Why do I feel like, everything is going to fall apart? The walls are closing on me. Whenever a friendship, a relationship, a partnership ends, it takes a toll on your emotional, physical, and even self-worth, because you attach a lot of your self-worth and your self-esteem with the outside world and how others see you, how others treat you, and you're always measuring your self-worth in relation, to other people. So this can take a toll on you. This can be damaging, and this is why you have to work on yourself and start asking these important questions that are going to eventually, help you get out of this negative mentality, negative state of mind, and help you become a better person. All right, so tip number 2 is to explore your attachment style. Start small, observe yourself, catch yourself in those moments when you're acting desperate, when you are being hurt just because someone said something, and you are being, you have these emotions of anger and resentment and fear, just because of other people's choices. The thing that you have to know is that if someone really wants to leave or someone doesn't want to be in your life for some reason, you're not going to stop them. It's crazy to think that way, but we do think this way for reasons that I've been discussing, earlier. So start looking into yourself, study yourself, make yourself this, your own project, and start looking into why you're bothered with these things, and start seeing how you react to others. So instead of blaming other people for hurting you, and instead of staying in that relationship, friendship, or whatever relationship this is, for God knows what reason, start looking into yourself and start looking into your own role, the role that you're playing in creating all this mess, in creating all these unhealthy interactions and relationships with people. And you'll start solving it, because you will know, you'll start to solve it from the roots. You're not just out there trying to fix people, trying to fix your relationships, trying to fix, the situation. Instead, what always works, in also other areas of our lives, is to always look within and start fixing things from within. So start fixing yourself instead of trying to fix all the other people out there. Number 3 is to prioritize your own health and well-being. Meditate, mindfulness, self-care. Start caring for yourself. Start taking care of yourself. Because for a lot of us, we are taking care of others, and we're forgetting that the problems are starting there. They're stemming from, always giving. You're not taking care of yourself. And the problem is that when something goes wrong, you feel like you have sacrificed so much. You haven't been doing the things that you want. You haven't been taking care of yourself. You have spent most of your time taking care of other people, taking care of their dreams, taking care of, their lives. And you have forgotten to live. You have forgotten your own life. And this can be problematic. This is why relationships, they end up, sour in the end, because one person is sacrificing so much more, and in the end they feel like they have been done wrong. They feel like the other person doesn't care about them. But that's not the case. You forgetting to take care of yourself is not the other person's problem. You forgetting to make your own dreams come true, work on yourself, that is your issue. You have to be responsible. You have to be responsible for this. So taking care of your well-being is going to help you develop healthy relationships with other people, because then you're not going at them with desperation. You're not going at them to fix them or to help them with their lives. You are having a mutual interaction. You're having a mutual relationship, which is the best kind. And if for some reason those people are no more in your life, then that's fine, because you have by now built the kind of mental strength that's going to help you go through these kind of things. You know by now that you're going to make it no matter what. You're going to make it even though things didn't work out the way you want them to. People didn't turn out the way you want them to. It's still okay. And with this kind of strong mindset, you'll be able to keep the relationships that are important to you, that are uplifting, that are going to help you on your journey of becoming, a better version of yourself or whatever. And also have the strength, also have this ability to let go of people, the courage to let go of people and situations and everything that's no more serving you. Because by taking care of yourself, you are telling everyone, including yourself, that you are enough just the way you are, that you are worth taking care of. And with this, you're going to be able to attract the right relationships, the kind of relationships that match your vibration, that match the status that you are now, which is, you're loving yourself, you are accepting yourself just the way you are. So you're going to be attracting the kind of people that will love and accept you, for just who you are. So instead of fruitlessly trying to fix other people, trying to take care of other people and failing miserably because they didn't even ask for it in the first place, start taking care of yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't have to care for other people, but it just means that you have to start from here. There's no way that you're going to run around taking care of other people and that you feel good about yourself, that you're healthy, that you're balanced, that you are in a good place in your life. That doesn't happen. So start taking care of yourself, and you can take care of other people when your own cup is full, when you yourself are okay, when you are at peace with yourself. You can only be at peace with others only when you're not fighting with yourself. When you're fighting with yourself, you're also going to show that. It's going to show on the outside world. So start taking care of yourself. Number 4 is to transcend your emotions and your destructive habits. Stop your need for love and acceptance from people that obviously don't care. Stop externalizing your self-worth. Stop thinking that what other people think of you and their opinion of you is going to make you or break you, because that has nothing to do with what you can achieve in your life, with what you can do in your life. So stop doing this to yourself. The world is not going to end when one chapter of your life ends. It's just one chapter. And you need to realize that some relationships are not here to stay forever. They are meant to happen, and those people were meant to be in your life for that period of time, and they serve their purpose. They were there for a reason. You've learned your lesson, but they were not meant to be in your life, more than they were. That was it. And you have to accept this fact, and you have to be able to move on and let this new chapter unfold, instead of clinging to that past, to that history, or to whatever it is that you are ruminating about, and it's just ruining your life. You're thinking about this thing that doesn't exist anymore. It's non-existent. You have to start thinking of your past relationships, of the people that are no more in your life, as it's just a dead chapter in your life. Because if you are unable to give yourself closure, then maybe that other person or those people might not be able to do that for you. They may not be here, or they may be busy doing something else. And besides, it's your responsibility to give yourself the closure that you so need in order for you to move on. Because this is a destructive habit. You going back to the things that are no more serving you, that are no more existing, you're just like a crazy person thinking about things that don't exist anymore. And what you're doing is you're creating more problems by not allowing this natural process to take place. You are fighting what is. You are fighting what's already happened. And that's called insanity. So you don't need to fight what's already happened. You just need to flow, be accepting of the change, be accepting of, new things happening in your life, and you just need to let go. As far as your emotions are concerned, you should stop being ruled by them and start being in control of your emotions and your feelings, because there's nothing worse than being controlled by your feelings, because they are only the result of your wrong thoughts, thought patterns, and beliefs that you have up in your head. And once you get rid of those, your emotions, your feelings are not going to be a problem anymore, because the triggering effect is gone. You're able to be in control of your life. This is not only going to help you to be in control of your relationships and all that, but this is going to help you to be in control of your life. Last but not least is number 5, and that is to be excited about the future. It's to develop the ability to see what might not be out there right now, but what could be. What your life could look like if you were able to just let go of your dead past, let go of these relationships that you're still holding on to, and see this possibility for new friendships, for new relationships, for a family that you could create out of nowhere, by just meeting new people that are aligned with your values and your principles. So just get yourself excited about a possibility, a life that you can actually love instead of tolerate. Look at this as an opportunity for you to build a new life. I mean, that might be a little dramatic, you don't build a new life whenever someone is out of your life, but if that relationship or that person was important to you and now you have to let them go, it helps to see that this happened for a reason and they were in your life, and that's a good thing that was supposed to happen, and it happened, and you've learned your lesson. You had some great times, you had all that history, but now it helps for you to look into the future with hope and positive anticipation, because that's what's waiting for you. A better life is waiting for you. Your dream life is waiting for you. But you'll only be able to enjoy all the good that life is going to bring your way only if you are able and capable of letting go of the things that are already gone. You don't, make any space for them here. And this way you'll be able to experience fresh relationships that are going to enrich your life in so many ways that you're going to be thinking, why did I waste so much time on these dead relationships that were only hurting me? And you'll be able to see that you made the right decision by moving on and just jumping, trusting life, and creating this new life for yourself. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to let go of any toxic relationships. Do a people cleanse. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share your ideas, thoughts, experiences down in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe not to miss my other videos. Until next time.